Good evening, guys. My name is Charles, and tonight I'm going to walk you through the application that we built for Metrics Lab. So when you start the application, you're presented with a couple options in terms of user creation or user authentication. Our application supports email and password, anonymous, and Facebook accounts. For today's purposes, we're going to use Facebook. The only difference between the three is a couple screens and some information that we collect. So right here, I'm going to put in what I do. So I'm a radiologist, and where I work. If I was registering with email, I would have and see my username up here, and I would actually explicitly define what it is. For Facebook users, we simply concatenate their full name into one string. If we're using an anonymous login, your username will be anonymous plus a random number. We also see, as we just put in, what I do and where I work. On the home screen, we built it to our client specifications. So very simply, friends are a list of users who have the same discipline as you. So all of these people are radiologists. For the leaderboard, it's a similar fashion in that we see a descending list of radiologists by score. If I go to the settings screen, this is where I can change a bunch of different features about my account. I can change my discipline, institution, username, password, or I could log out. Currently in the database, Chuck Hennessy IV is a taken username. If I put in Chuck Hennessy IV exactly as it's spelled right now, I have an algorithm in place that'll make sure that I have non-unique usernames in existence, because currently it is already taken. Send it. So now I'm Chuck Hennessy IV6. I can change my institution. And see that like so. So the last thing I'm going to show you guys is the actual game playing process. So when we go to the My Games middle tab, we're presented with an empty card where I can select that and then have a couple different options as far as what kind of questions do I want to see this application. So very simply, we can have a short game, medium or long. We can see a couple different types of questions, ones we have seen, ones we haven't gotten wrong. And then we have subtopics such as general radiology, neuroradiology, and diagnostic radiology. For my purposes, I'm just going to take the default. So we have two games currently supported. We have multiple choice and fill in the blank. And for some questions, we have pictures. For others, we do not. I actually don't know the answers to any of these, so I'm going to guess. But when I get questions wrong, we like to help the user out with what the answer could be, giving them providing information to help them get this right. Alrighty, so after playing for a little bit and cheating, I was able to get to the end of the screen. So upon completion of a game, you will see some basic statistics that tells you how well you're doing. And we record all this information, and then when you go to create another game or resume a session you just completed, you will see the games that are most relevant to you. So you know, not only are you not going to be playing games over and over again with questions that you've seen time and time again, you will see the things that you truly need to know and get in your mind. So without further ado, I'm going to pass this off to Taylor, who's going to explain a little bit more about our application.
Here's a look into our current database hosted on Firestore. As you can see right now, we have about 10 questions in the database. Here's our custom front end, also known as Google Forms. And this is where content creators go to create new questions. Here's our documentation that we provide them to help them create good questions. And here's our Google Sheets that has all the existing questions. Now we're just gonna run a quick Python script. And as you can see here, we have to sign in as Metrics. Only this account has access to the data. We authenticate, and then we reload Firestore. And as you can see, we have a bunch of new questions.